Esta es la historia de Teresa Connolly, una mujer de 34 años que en el año 2007 vivía junto a su esposo Jim y sus dos hijos, Allison y Caleb, en la ciudad de Ringgold, Georgia. Teresa y Jim compartían más que un hogar. También trabajaban juntos en la consulta quiropráctica que él administraba. Mientras él atendía a los pacientes, ella se encargaba del área administrativa. Llevaban una vida cómoda, sin preocupaciones económicas aparentes, hasta que todo se derrumbó. Jim enfermó de forma repentina. Su salud comenzó a deteriorarse y dejó de trabajar por completo. Al mismo tiempo, Teresa quedó embarazada, pero sufriría una secuencia devastadora de 4 cirugías, lo que provocó la pérdida del bebé. A raíz de todo esto, Teresa ya no pudo seguir trabajando, y el ingreso económico de la familia se redujo a 0. Con el paso de los meses, las deudas se acumularon. En poco tiempo, perdieron casi todo lo que tenían. 30 días antes de que fueran desalojados por impago de la hipoteca, la casa en la que vivían se incendió mientras Teresa se encontraba fuera con sus hijos, presuntamente en busca de trabajo. Pero cuando los bomberos llegaron, descubrieron algo alarmante. El cuerpo de Jim Connolly estaba dentro de la vivienda calcinada. Murió atrapado en el fuego. El incendio, sin embargo, no parecía haber sido producto de un accidente. Los investigadores hallaron múltiples indicios de que fue provocado de forma intencional, y las sospechas comenzaron a girar en torno a una sola persona: Teresa.
Just wanted to talk to you once again about the events of last week dealing with this fire, okay? You've had a little bit of time to think about some things. I want you to kind of go over the events from last week dealing with this fire. I know, but I want you to go over them again for me. Okay.
I don't know anything about the fire.
Well, tell us again.
Start off in the morning time. What time did you wake up? That kind of stuff.
I don't know, it was we always woke up 6:30, 7 o'clock, drank our coffee together, talked. I don't know, husband and wife things. That's what you do before you get kids up. And I was gonna go get a car, took my shower. He talked to the kids a little bit. Said he didn't feel well, but he'd been in bed for like 4 days. I mean, I can pull office records to show you he's worked like maybe 6, 7 days in 4 months. Anyway, long story short, he said his stomach was upset and he was gonna fix toast. And kiss me, tell me he loved me, tell the kids he loved them. And it says when we got back. And I didn't look at the clock, but I know we planned to leave at 8 and Robin was running late, or Austin, I don't know, one of the kids was or something. And I know we didn't leave any later than 8:30. I know that. Went to Chick-fil-A. I paid for mine at her with cash. She moved behind me. I mean, in the same car, separate orders. Left there. Jerry called from the office and told me to pull over, and I'm like, I can't pull over, I'm in mud traffic. And he told me to get a phone to Robin, I did. She told me to get out of the car. I got out of the car, asked her what was wrong. And she told me my house was on fire, and Jim it made out. I just lost it.
Teresa reconoció que los últimos meses habían sido extremadamente difíciles. Había declarado la bancarrota bajo el capítulo 13 y reconoció que estaban intentando reorganizar sus deudas, refinanciar la casa o incluso venderla para mudarse a una más pequeña. Según ella, las cosas estaban bajo control. Incluso mencionó que su padre les prestaría el dinero para evitar la ejecución hipotecaria. En su versión, el incendio no resolvía nada, y por lo tanto no tenía sentido que ella lo provocara. Pero los detectives manejaban otros datos. Sabían que Jim tenía una póliza de seguro de vida valorada en $500,000. una cifra que podía cubrir todas las deudas, reorganizar su vida y salir adelante. Cuando le preguntaron por esa póliza, Teresa negó conocer el monto exacto. Afirmó que no le interesaba saberlo, que para ella no tenía valor alguno y que ninguna cantidad de dinero podía compararse con la vida de su esposo.
But nothing makes sense, and I don't understand, and I don't know what to do. You guys tell me. This is your scope, not mine. I don't know what to do. I don't know what you need to know. I don't know how to answer you because I wasn't there,
Well, I mean,
and I don't know.
The easiest way to answer us is to make sure you're telling us the truth when you answer us. Everything that you tell us has to be accurate, because it's more difficult to tell a lie, because when we turn around and we find out if there's a lie, it's easy to verify.
Your word's your bond, and you're only as good as your bond, or as your word. That's how I was raised. I'm sorry. If I've done it,
So you're only as good as your word.
that's it.
Right. You heard that one
And
too.
you can pull, I don't care, call anybody you want to. Very reputable people that have known me for many years. And I'm just me. What you see is what you get. And I love my husband more than myself. We had our hard times because he did get sick. And everybody has financial problems. It wasn't anything we wasn't going to get through.
So you say you had a good marriage?
We had a wonderful marriage. I mean, everybody has their days you don't like them. You love them, but you don't like them. But
So your only problems in your marriage were dealing with his health and financial problems.
and those have just started really the last 2 years. But I was doing good until I got sick last year. And that's when stress got worse for him and everything like that. But it was never to the point that we always knew we could do it. And we did. And yes, there was an age difference between us, but he was a late bloomer. You just had to know him. And he was a wonderful husband and a wonderful father, and
A medida que avanzaba el interrogatorio, la versión de Teresa Connolly comenzó a transformarse. En su primera declaración, había presentado una imagen idealizada de su esposo, un hombre amoroso, buen padre y compañero incondicional. Pero ahora que los investigadores le hacían ver que las pruebas apuntaban a ella como la principal sospechosa, su relato comenzó a girar.
I don't know, do people do things like this and just not mean to? Because, I mean, he has snapped with bipolar before, but it was more, once you could get in there to say, what are you afraid of? Then suddenly he comes out of that. It was like something was snapping, so whoa, okay. I mean, you guys tell me, what do you think? Tell me something, where is it,
Tell me about your financial problems again.
Oh, they suck. Not so bad now, I'm back to work. But he had, let's see, I got sick year before last. He was sick too. Last year, it really went down because I had so many. We lost a daughter, 4 surgeries, and him sick too. So I filed Chapter 13 to keep from losing everything. We were organizing everything. We were getting together, and it would have been okay. It always has been. It's small business. They go up, they go down, and you stand together, and it's okay. It's not anything we've always made it through.
Were you losing the house?
That was up in the air because I was going to be able to call. I got a letter from their attorney that I had 30 days to make a proposal or something like that. But we were trying to work with options to see refinance, or because of his health, just go ahead, try to sell it and downsize, and then everything was okay. But then my dad was gonna loan us the money to go ahead and work out with Countrywide. And so that wasn't an issue. That would have been okay.
You know, not all of it's
Because
the
it's
truth.
gonna make him look like a bad person and he's not.
I mean, the truth, you know, is all you got.
I would go to jail before I let somebody know that that man would go off and about beat me and his son to death.
I talked to people that says he had a problem, that he was belligerent. He was belligerent at the office with you, that y'all came to almost blows at the office, that it was so bad. We've already talked to people. I'm familiar with that.
But I would go to jail before I would let somebody think bad of him because of that.
Well, right now, the only two people that knows what's going on is this detective and myself. And, you know, and all we're trying to do is get to the truth. And whether you're telling us lies to keep from the truth coming out, which is,
I don't
It's all
want
we
him to
got.
look like a bad person.
well, the time frame you leaving is not gonna make him look bad. It's making you look bad because you're lying. You know what time the fire call come in?
I have no clue.
Right around 9:30.
What?
Right around 9:30. And it's been burning probably, you know, in that 20-minute range. So right about the time you left is about the time that fire started.
There's no way.
Yeah.
There's a way.
So is there anything else that you want to let us know?
I did not do this.
I'm not saying exactly that you did, but you know what happened.
I'm thinking that you had knowledge of what happened.
En medio del interrogatorio, los agentes introdujeron un nuevo elemento, un examen de polígrafo con estipulación legal. Si Teresa aceptaba hacerlo y fallaba, el resultado podría ser utilizado en su contra ante un jurado. Le explicaron que no era obligatorio, pero que podía ser una forma definitiva de esclarecer los hechos. Sorprendentemente, Teresa aceptó. Dijo que no tenía nada que ocultar, que amaba a su esposo y que jamás le haría daño. Sin embargo, al aceptar el polígrafo, Teresa reveló cuál era su verdadera preocupación: las infidelidades. A lo largo de la investigación, los detectives habían reunido evidencia de que había tenido al menos 4 relaciones extramatrimoniales. Y ahora, temía que el examen revelara esos secretos. Su reacción demostró que lo que realmente temía no era ser incriminada por el incendio, sino que se hicieran públicas sus relaciones paralelas.
Is about to begin. Remain still. Did you start that fire? Did you plan with anyone to set that fire at your house? This concludes this portion of the exam. Remain still while I take the instrument out of operation. Like I told you before, I'm just a real direct guy. Been doing this for a long, long time.
I don't want you to be any other way.
Well, big problems with this test.
Okay.
And I think you knew there were going to be big problems with this test. I'm talking very, very big problems, okay? I told you before that I like to think I'm pretty good at reading people.
Yeah.
And if there's one thing that I believe when you talk to me, it's that you loved your husband. I don't think you had any intention of killing your husband, but I'm absolutely positive you participated in starting that fire, okay? Now the problem, Teresa, is I can't fix that if you're not willing to be honest with me, okay? Remember I told you that what I needed to ask you was the best question?
Yeah.
And you didn't let me do that. I believed what you told me because I had no cause not to believe you, okay? Now I have positive cause not to believe what you told me was the truth. I think maybe we might need to do another test
Okay.
to find out if you deliberately set this fire to kill your husband.
Aunque ella nunca admitió haber planeado el incendio para cobrar el seguro, los investigadores quedaron convencidos de que su participación fue más activa de lo que quiso reconocer. El caso dejó una pregunta sin respuesta definitiva. ¿Fue un crimen premeditado? ¿O una tragedia producto de la desesperación? Solo una persona conoce toda la verdad. Y, hasta hoy, ha decidido no contarla.
I'm still trying to figure out why my house is burned, why my husband didn't
No,
get
you're not
out.
trying to figure out why your house is burned. You know
Because I
damn
know
well
he
why
burned
your
it.
house is burned. So you're not trying
Don't
to figure
cuss
that out. I'm sorry.
Don't cuss at me.
I'm not cussing at you. But
Okay.
you know why your house is burned.
Because I know
Why
my
didn't
husband
you
does.
tell them that? Why didn't you tell them the
I was
first
afraid
interview?
to tell
I know
them.
why. What were you afraid of?
Because I was afraid they were going to blame me just like they're doing now.
Why? And that doesn't make a bit of sense to me.
Why
Not
doesn't
a
it?
bit of sense.
Innocent people go to jail every day.
If he burned the house,
Innocent people go to jail every day for stupid stuff that they didn't do. And
Well-
I've got 2 kids that I have to know as their mother. And when you sit and you tell
do you
somebody
think you're
something,
about to go to jail for this?
I pray to God not, but based on what you are telling me, it's looking better than not.
Not my case, okay, and I don't make that decision, but what I'll tell you is if it were my case,
I'd be going to jail.
probably before it got dark,
Yeah.
if it were my case. Because you haven't given me reason one not to put you in jail yet, okay? And that's what these guys are looking for. And you don't understand that. They're looking for a reason not to put you in jail over this. And you keep giving them little reasons to put you in jail. You keep telling them little lies. And every time you lie to them, that's one more little reason why they ought to lock you up for this.
Bottom line is, I don't know how he started it. I lit the candles. I left the house like he told me to do.
All right, let's go
That's
back to
it.
the question that I just asked you. Why didn't you tell them this the first time they talked to you?
It just didn't hit me. Nothing was
Let me tell you something. I've been
registered.
working with these guys, him for years and him for a couple of years, and I know they asked the question. I know they asked the same question that I asked you. Has your husband done anything out of the ordinary lately? Has he said anything out of the
And I
ordinary?
told them. He said he didn't want to live like this anymore. He said he couldn't stand this.
Did y'all get that in the first interview?
I think that came along in the second interview, and it didn't come up at that. He said, I think it was 2 weeks ago when he said it, if I'm not mistaken. And I have to look, but
off
2
and
weeks
on,
ago,
he's, and off and on, he's
not the
mentioned
night
he
before,
can't.
not that morning.
No,
Okay.
and just off and on, he's mentioned
You
he
told,
couldn't stand that. He
told
couldn't stand
lie
living like
after
this.
lie after lie, and that's why you're having trouble remembering, because you can't remember the
It's
last
not
lie
that
you
I'm
told.
not
You
remembering
can't remember
because
the
I'm
last
not
lie
lying
you
to you
told.
guys. My husband has just died, and I've got 2 kids, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell
No,
happened.
and you should be concerned, and I agree. You got 2 kids.
And I'm scared
and that's
to
what you
death
should
that
be
you guys are
concerned
going to
with.
blame this on me, and I know I
I
didn't
think-
kill my husband.
I think you did, and you're not convincing me otherwise.
How do I convince you otherwise until
tell-
all this comes
Well,
back?
Right now, you've told me a pack of lies, and you might have a couple of bits of truth in that pack of lies. And the way you can convince me is telling me the truth. Okay?
What do you
And I
want to
don't
tell
think-
me? I burnt my house to kill my husband?
I want you to tell me the truth.
I did
It's not
tell you the
I
truth.
don't want to hear it.
I did tell you the truth. I lit the candles, I left the house,
Second interview.
and that was that.
That's the second interview.
I lit the candles, I left the house, and
that's
that
not
was
what you
that.
told me.
All right, you've got a guy who's over-medicated and depressed and has already told you he wants to die. Why do you light a couple of candles for him before you leave?
That was just normal. We always lit candles in our house.
Do you not understand my question? You got a guy who's depressed, overly medicated, who has already told you he wants to die, and he's in bed, still in his bed clothes or still in undershorts and a t-shirt. Why are you going to leave candles burning with nobody around when he's in bed? Why do you do that before you leave?
Because they're tea lights and they always go out, and that's what he asked
These
me
are not
to do.
tea lights. You just said it's
Plus,
just
he
stick
was-
around. That's not a tea light.
No, honey, that's the one in the bedroom. And then the one on the kitchen counter was like that. The one that was there is a globe. It's like this. Comes about this big. It comes up smaller. Has a little tea light here, and then it has a globe that goes over top of it.
I can almost tell you with 100% certainty if I asked the fire marshal, was that there, he's going to say no.
Well, they've slung everything out.
I know they have.
And I can guarantee you I can find it.
Is he can go back through stuff and find the small. I've seen him do it. The smallest of things, he'll come show you. Hey,
I will find that candle holder in that house. I promise you it was on the corner of the desk. And that's that. Tell me what I need to do, guys. Do I need to get an attorney?
That's it. If you want an attorney, then you can have one. I'm not
You
telling
tell me
I don't
what
know.
I need to do because I know I didn't kill my husband.
You need to tell him the truth.
I
And you haven't
have
done
told
that
him the
yet.
truth.
No, you haven't. You lie at every breath.
Los detectives no lograron una confesión directa de haber encendido el fuego, pero sí una admisión suficiente para considerar que Teresa tuvo conocimiento previo del plan. Y ese conocimiento, según la ley, puede ser suficiente para imputar responsabilidad. El caso dejó heridas abiertas. ¿Fue realmente un suicidio asistido? ¿Una decisión desesperada de una pareja que ya no veía salida? ¿O fue, como sospechaban los investigadores, un acto deliberado con motivos financieros detrás? Teresa siempre insistió en su inocencia. Afirmó que solo obedeció los deseos de un hombre enfermo que ya no soportaba el dolor. Pero sus contradicciones, sus mentiras pasadas y, sobre todo, los resultados del polígrafo pintaban otro panorama. La última imagen que dejaron las cámaras de la sala de interrogatorio fue la de una mujer derrotada, temblorosa, intentando justificar un acto que, quizás, ni ella misma comprendía del todo. Su esposo había muerto. El hogar que compartían había ardido hasta los cimientos. Y la verdad, quizás se consumió en ese mismo fuego. La verdad, al fin, salió a la luz. Teresa Connolly confesó que encendió las velas en la habitación, colocó a sus hijos en el coche y dejó la casa. Activó el horno, tal como su esposo se lo había pedido. Afirmó que no vertió ningún acelerante ni inició el fuego directamente, pero con cada detalle que revelaba, se desmoronaba aún más su coartada. Las pruebas del polígrafo eran claras. Había participado activamente en el incendio. Los abogados de Teresa, conscientes de la gravedad de la situación, le recomendaron aceptar un acuerdo de culpabilidad. A cambio de no enfrentar la pena máxima, aceptó los cargos de asesinato. Teresa Connolly fue condenada a cadena perpetua con posibilidad de libertad condicional después de 35 años. Tendrá cerca de 70 cuando pueda solicitarla. El caso dejó al descubierto no solo una tragedia familiar, sino una compleja red de mentiras, silencios y decisiones fatales. Una mujer atrapada en una vida que no quería, un esposo sumido en la depresión, una familia destruida por el fuego. ¿Fue Teresa víctima de las circunstancias o perpetradora de un crimen meticulosamente disfrazado? Hoy, la justicia ya se ha pronunciado. Pero en los rincones más oscuros de este caso, todavía queda una pregunta que solo ella puede responder. ¿Qué ocurrió realmente en aquella casa la mañana en que ardió todo?